So here with Daniel from Livestock Electronics. How's it going?
Yeah, doing well.
Yeah, Superbooth 2019, of course, everybody's aware of that. 3 new modules, right?
Yeah, 3 new to show, coming out later this year. Still working hard on it, of course.
Yeah, of course. Where would you like to start? We've got Shepard, Ellis, Leap.
Yeah, let's start with the sequencer Shepard. So it's a 6-channel sequencer. You have your mute buttons here. And for each channel you have 4 outputs that can be assigned to be any voltage type you want. How it works is that you can just select a step and then assign one of these output types. So you have note, arpeggio, gate, trigger, synced LFO, free LFO, ADSR and AD envelope. Now when I press on the gate, you have different parameters, so there are always 4 parameters to choose from. These are assignable with the knobs here. So for instance, you have swing, length of the gate, repeat, and chance. So you have probability if you want that. When you go to note, you have like just the note, glide, bend amount, bend speed. Yeah, so for each of these, you have different things to set. Let's say I'm happy with that. I can go into this mode, and here you have your bars. So the channels are color-coded, and then the bars are like this. They can all have different lengths, different speeds, different algorithms. So you could have the steps triggered randomly if you want, forwards, backwards. And then in total you have 16 bars that you can do. So that means you have 256 steps per pattern. Now, if you're not really into programming your patterns, you can also go here, and here you have your keyboard that you can just play and record your patterns. Now, finally, you have the clip launcher. You can go down. These are all the patterns that I've created before. If I like a pattern that I've created, just hold load and then press here. Now the pattern is there. You don't even hear it while you're playing, so you can just play around and...
Okay, so you're going to be queuing up and playing up new clips?
Yeah, I can show you like this. You just press and it launches the clip. It can be instantly like it is now, or it can be after the 16th, after the loop is finished. Yeah, and then also for this you have 256 patterns per channel, and you can back it up on your live set, so basically infinite patterns.
Okay. How many outputs are we talking per channel?
Per channel it's 4 outputs.
And are they anything if you wanted 3 gates and a CV or 4 CVs?
Yeah, it's you can assign it any way you like. So it's the thing was that I didn't want to tell the user like this output is a false per octave output and this is a gate. I want that the user could tell the sequencer, hey, this is what I need in my system. So if you want, you could have all your like 4 drum triggers just on one channel, and maybe on the second channel you could have a gate and then 3 pitch outputs, and then you can create chords. That's it. Yeah.
Seems really performable, really powerful, really capable. We've also got Ellis and Leap.
Yeah. The idea with Ellis was that I want to create a module that allowed me to fade from one preset to another, and these presets are presets for all your other modules. Basically, if it has a CV input, you can create a preset for it. So here are the 8 outputs, and these are all volts per octave. You have 8 presets here. And then you have a left and a right side. So the left side is like this, right side like that, and the right side is red. So if I choose the second preset on the right side and choose the first one on the left side, then I can go from the first preset to the second preset like this. So that's one way. The other way is just by triggering like this, by hand or by CV. and then you have morphing speed with this knob.
So the combination of Ellis and Shepard, I think, is going to be really powerful.
Yeah. One idea I had for myself was I was going to use this one as a chord creator, and then just trigger the chords with the Shepard. If I didn't want to have 3 outputs for pitch, but maybe 4, or you can even go up to 8. Now let's say I want to change a preset. Just go into the edit mode, select the preset, select the position, and then change the voltage output. And it's either shown as pitch, or it's shown as like voltage. So let's say 5 volts, or yeah. You also have more banks, by the way. So you don't only have 8 presets, but in total 64 presets.
I've also got Leap as well, and that's quite a combination of. Well, is there an Easter egg drum mode in this? I remember we spoke about, I think.
Yeah, it's
ADSR, LFO.
Yeah, it's an envelope and an LFO. So on one side here you have the envelope output. Here you have the LFO output, and the envelope is ADSR. Then all the states of the ADSR are CV controllable. You have a attenuverter for the envelope and DC offset. So let's say you add DC offset, invert it, then you get a ducking envelope, so you can do some side chaining. Then the other side is the LFO. You have your frequency here, frequency modulation, which is the envelope modulating the frequency of the LFO. This way you get some complex LFO modulations.
Yeah, and kind of linked behavior as well between the two.
Exactly. So you can use them simultaneously. And then you have an LFO with an envelope, and you can do some crazy stuff with that. Then you have the amplitude modulation. Again, the envelope modulating the amplitude of the LFO. You have offset, so it's the phase of the LFO. Different waves to choose from. And because it's in essence an envelope modulating an oscillator, you can also use it as a drum, like I'm doing in this case.
Is that just a case of turning up the frequency at full to oscillator range, or?
Yeah, you can also add some voltage in here if you want to go even higher, but you don't like. I'm not using it right now, but you can go higher than that because it's a false proactive input. It can go lower, it can go higher, and you can also have it synced to a clock if you want.
Yeah. So. Yeah, these are all kind of prototype stage, right? How far off is each module roughly?
Yeah, so for Ellis and Leap, it's just about debugging basically.
Okay.
Shepard still has some more work to do.
It's a big project.
Yeah, but just needs a little bit more love and attention.
Of course. Yeah. What kind of price for each module as well?
This one will be 650, including tax. It's in euros.
Yeah.
Then 260 and 200.
Yeah, great. Well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.